This is Every Man 2K. I'm going to need for you to turn up your volume and put your screen on full view. You heard of the nursery rhyme about the old lady who lived in the shoe, right? Well, this is the nursery rhyme about the young baby mama who lived in the shoe. You want to hear it? Well, here it go. There was a baby mama who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread, then whipped them all soundly and put them to bed. She then smoked a blunt as though she had won and ate some shrimp mukbang like a devil spawn. The end. Now let's hear Chrissy talk about her past experience dealing with welfare and her dreams of obtaining a Section 8 mansion. Following Chrissy is a clip from a YouTuber named Envy Me Greatly, who provides a hilarious commentary on Chrissy and the Mamiana gang.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, and I'm back for another video. I haven't done a sit-down video in quite some time, but I really do enjoy these. So I thought I would go ahead and do a sit-down vlog for you guys because it's something that I want to talk about. I've been wanting to address this for a long time and just haven't really had the time to do it, and I'm tired of I'm tired of answering individual questions about it, and it's time to just talk about it and share my story. Hopefully, people will leave me the F alone about this in the future, and also my story will help the next person and kind of motivate, because that's a big mission of mine on YouTube, is to motivate and inspire or encourage. I know you guys love my Shop With Me hauls. I stocked up like a month and a half ago, and I am still stocked up, but I will be doing another like summer stock up haul, so that will be coming soon, so you guys will be getting that shortly. Make sure you have on your post notifications turned on for that, and stay tuned. Every time I upload a Shop With Me haul, there are at least 2 handfuls of negative comments, probably more, of people who have something negative to say, like, oh, you know, I sure wish I could eat that good, and I'm a doctor, or I'm a lawyer. And with, you know, people just lie. They just lie to kick it, you know what I'm saying? Just to lie, just to make themselves sound good. Like, I'm a whole doctor, I have a whole PhD, and I can't eat that good. Or, you know, just ridiculous stuff. There's a large number of people in the YouTube community who feel like I can't possibly be surviving without food stamps, Section 8, TANF or welfare, WIC or child care assistance, or whatever financial assistance you can get or government assistance you can get. There's a lot of people out here who just put that stamp on me without me even having a chance to be like, wait, hold on. Let me tell my side. Now, I have made videos before about the fact that I just chose a lot of these programs. I just chose to just get off of, because I realized they're not here to help you. They're here to hold you back. And I did a how do I take care of my 8 kids or something like that video. I did a video about this about, I don't know, it had to be like 8 months ago now. It's been so long. No. Yeah, about 6, 7 months. Had to be like, what, 7 months ago. I did a video about it. And so this is kind of like stemming off of that video. And I'm just tired of people always constantly trying to knock me and other women that I see on YouTube that are trying to do the same thing. Let me just say, it is 2019. And I have had family members, as most of us have, who had 13 kids, 15 kids, 20 kids, way back in the day when it was normal to do that type of thing. And there's a lot of those families who did not have government assistance to help them. They had to work very hard to support their families and raise their kids. And they did just that. So
people are not asking the right questions. They're not asking the right questions because they kind of think
I feel like that in today's society, a lot of people are making large families out to be welfare trap ridden families or food stamp trap ridden families because there's a large number of kids in the household. Now, I understand there are welfare queens, there are food stamp queens, there are this, there are that. There are people who don't choose to do anything with their life, to choose to do anything positive with their life, choose to not work, choose to just live off the system and gain all they can off the system. And I get that. And I understand that is why there's a stigma on all women or families who have kids or who use the system for any amount of resources at all. And I feel like that's not fair. And I feel like that's not true. I feel like when people see somebody put food stamp haul in their grocery video, that they're like, oh my God, this person needs to get a real job. I don't want to pay for you to go grocery shopping and feed your kids. And just all this negativity. And it's really just like, you know what? There are full-time working families who still qualify and need that assistance. So briefly, I'm just going to tell you my story. Specifically, I'm going to focus on food stamps because I do a lot of food hauls. I work hard to be able to put that content out for you guys, and I want you guys to understand how you're able to see that, okay? But real quickly, I'm just going to backtrack, and I'm going to tell you guys about not necessarily WIC, but like TANF and Section 8 and all that other stuff, just so we can all have an understanding. Let's start with welfare. People love to say that I get welfare. And I cannot say this enough. If you guys are confused on what welfare is, or how you can qualify for that, or even how much you receive in welfare for your household, or like a person would receive in welfare for your household, I need you to do some research. Please go to your city's website, look up wherever, and you can educate yourself a little bit more. Because even if I did not have any income, I would probably get about $700 or $800 in welfare a month. And I would not be able to get my child support. They would garnish that as back pay for them. I find it really hilarious when people are like, you a welfare queen. She's sitting over here living with welfare. Get off of welfare. It's like, I'm gonna need you to educate yourself. Y'all sound stupid. Okay, I understand. It's crazy. She's got 8 kids and she's out here doing it better than most people. I'm blessed. I've used it before. I've had it before, but I am blessed to be able to say now I don't need it. I don't have it. And I got the pleasure of telling them, you know what? Y'all can keep it because I don't even need you. I'm going to do this by myself. Okay? Which makes me feel even better about that situation. It's not even worth what they put you through. And then you have to do certain qualities. I'm home every day. People who have welfare, you have to go to classes, work studies, or not work studies, like you have to go to classes, you have to do work search activities, you have to be doing stuff. You have appointments, you have to be doing stuff. They don't let you sit at home and collect money, government assistance for free. That's not the way welfare works, okay? I don't know about all of the states, but I know the state that I came from, that's not the way that they work. So it really irritates me when people want to pull a welfare card. Welfare does not give me this type of lifestyle. It would never afford me this type of lifestyle. I have 8 kids and it still would not afford me this type of lifestyle. Because my kids receive child support, it would not have been smart for me to get welfare and to hand over my child support, when in actuality, my cases for them for child support are way more.
The results strongly support that these beings are not closely related
Per child that I would be getting for welfare. So Does that make sense? So it's all a mental thing. They try to make you think that, oh, we'll give you this money on the first every month, and it's really, really going to help you out. You're going to have it, but you have to do this, you have to do that. You have all these requirements. We'll give you childcare, but this and that and this and that. There's all these catch-22s, and then at the end of the day, you have to just sit back and think, well, you know what? I could just go find my own job. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to pay me $8 a day to search for a job when I could just go find my own job. I don't want to get too long-winded about it. Just know welfare is not where it's at. I understand needing it for what you need it for. Use it. If you're going to school full-time, use it. If you need the extra, use it. Just be sure you always have an end game, an end plan, because I feel like the system keeps you in the system. They say, oh, we're trying to help you get off the program. And I have met some good caseworkers that really are about that. And some people just are pushing papers. They're just pushing you. You're just a number. And they don't care about whether or not you're successful. They don't care about, whatever. They're just trying to, do their job. They don't care about what they're really there for. You see what I'm saying? So make sure you are watching out for you. This is for my ladies out here who need some motivation. Girl, do it. You can do it. I've done it. I've done it with kids. I've done it, you can do it. So that's welfare. As far as Section 8, I had Section 8. First of all, I didn't have Section 8 for a majority of my whole life. I had Section 8 for 2 years, 2 long, stressful ass years. And I was pregnant. My mom said, you know what, get on this list because you know what, you never know, it can help you out. And I was thinking initially, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. At first I was like, I don't need it because I've been paying high rent is what we call it, what I call it, high rent. But paying rent since I was 16 years old. I know how to pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? I know how to pay rent. I know how to get a place. I know how to find a place. I know how to get a nice house. I've always lived nice without Section 8. I don't need it, And at the time, I wasn't educated on it. I thought what everybody else thought. I thought that you could get Section 8 and they'll pay your rent. It doesn't really matter your income because you could have, a whole bunch of income and still live nice on Section 8. And then it'll be easy to find a place. That's not true. That's not true. I didn't learn that until after I got it. So anyway, I was pregnant. My mom was like, come on, let's go put you on this list just in case from whenever it comes through. About, 2 months later, I got called for it. And I was like, dang, that was quick. I didn't expect it. Usually you think you're on the list forever. So I was like, all right, I could use it. Let's do it. I had just moved into a brand new house. But I was like, you know what? That's fine. My landlord there was like, I'll take it. I'll accept it. I was like, cool, this works. Because now I don't have to pay you rent. I just get to pocket that money. So, I do my orientation. I go through the process and the steps. And then I find out there's all these fucking catch-22s to this. It's not like you think it is. It's not like just go get a mansion and you get to, because you have 10 kids, you get to go get a mansion and you get to go do, you know what I mean? You don't, that's not the way it works. If you make more than a certain.
Do you know what this is? Because believe it or not, this weird little blue tool actually sells thousands of units right here on Amazon.
Certain amount, they boot you off of Section 8. It's just like any other program. So I feel like people think that you can be a whole nurse making $8,000, $9,000 a month or whatever and still be getting Section 8. That is not the way that it works. If you make over a certain dollar amount, just like food stamps, just like TANF, they kick you off the program because you don't need them no more. So it's not like you get to just go get your PhD and become a doctor and you still get to have Section 8 all your, you know what I mean? No. Yeah, your income limits do go up depending on your household size, but not that much. Every time I show my house, it's because I'm proud of this, because I work for all the stuff that I have in my last, everything. All my houses I work hard for, and nothing I've ever had has been free. I think it's really important to understand that it's nothing in life comes free, not even Section 8, not welfare, not nothing. Everything comes with a price that you have to pay. And it's just, what are you willing to pay that? And for how long? I had the hardest 2 years on Section 8 that I've ever had in my entire life. After the first year on Section 8, I was fed up. And I said, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore because I am more stressed out, more frustrated, and everything that I've ever been. I'd rather just pay for rent. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to. And then I kind of felt like, well, I need it. I might need it. It'll really help me out. I'm sure I'll be able to find a nice house like this. And somebody will just, no. You hit all kinds of barriers when you have things like Section 8. The general public does not understand that when you have Section 8, you don't get to go get a nice mansion. You don't go get a nice ass house. And if you do, it's rare. Okay, at least in my experience, I know everybody's experience is different and every state is different. Colorado was even more difficult because the housing market was so high, right? The prices for rentals were so blown out of the water, and the government had not raised the voucher to match the actual cost of a rental for a house. So say you got approved for a 3-bedroom house, they would give you like a $1,700 voucher, even though the houses for 3 bedrooms are going for $2,500 in Colorado. You see what I'm saying? So then you're stuck trying to find something that's within your voucher range, because they don't go up. They don't change. The voucher is the voucher. What you qualify for is what you qualify for. And then if you do find something, God willing, in your price range, then you have to call and be like, will you take Section 8? Do you want, And 8 times out of 10, they're like, no, I don't want to take Section 8, because they don't have to. Section 8 is a lot of process. It's a lot of walkthroughs and signing papers and authorizations, and they have to give out their personal information. I understand. But anyway, so that's what I went through. I had to go through the process of finding a house that was in my voucher amount, which was hard. And actually, the house that I found wasn't in my voucher amount. I just happened to call him, like, literally they give you 30 days, and if you apply for an extension, you get another 30 days to find a place. I had to file for an extension because I had every day, every week, looking for houses, getting my hopes up, crying, just stressed out trying to find a place. Nobody wanted to give me a place, and it's not. And I understand it's not just about the kids. Because when I called a place, I didn't just be like, "Hey, my name's Chrissy, and I have 8 kids. Can I live there with Section 8?" Because I feel like that would scare them off. So I would just call and be like, "Hey, I just wondering, do you guys take housing subsidy? Things like that." I would try to sugarcoat it and make it sound nice, because I know how to talk to people. I'm very professional. Girl, it was so hard. Thank God, I applied for an extension. I got the extension approved, and then like a week later, I found a place and a guy who was willing to accept my Section 8. But the 2 months that I went through, the month and a half that I went through, was so stressful. And when I got in the place, you have to do all these inspections and stuff like that, and it just was like all this. It wasn't worth it to me. And it wasn't really where I wanted to be either. It really wasn't where I wanted to be. And then so after that, I was ready to leave. And then so I did another year, because I was like, you know what? When I leave, I'm just gonna have to just be ready. And after the first year, I felt like I wasn't ready. I don't know why. I just felt like, you know what? Well, I'm already here. I'll just do, the inspection, and then I'll just stay for another year, and I'll just see how things go. I could have left. I could have got my ass up off of it. I didn't. I was complacent. I was just like, you know what? Fine. I'll just stay. Even though I wasn't happy, even though I wasn't living where I was supposed to be living, my kids were stacked up in the rooms, and I didn't like it. After this year, I decided I was going to move. I was like, you know what? I'm going to move. I'm going to see, because I had a baby in the process. And I was like, I can get a bigger voucher, which means I should be able to find a bigger, nicer house. Let me see if I can do that. I found this beautiful house. Oh my God, it was gorgeous. Way nice in a far out city. I was so gorgeous. I was so happy and proud. I was like, man, maybe the Section 8 really will work out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it'll work out in my benefit. And I got my hopes up and everything. And he was like, yeah, I think I'll take the Section 8 and all that. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank goodness. And then he was like, but you would have to pay the difference, because he wanted $1,000 more than my voucher. And I was like, that's illegal, by the way. Don't do that. Then you have to wait to move in when they can do an inspection. The guy was like, no, I don't want to wait. You have to either move in now, or it didn't work out because of timing. And I cried. I cried so hard, because that was my perfect ideal house. That was the house. That was the house that everybody dreams to be able to get when you're on Section 8. That beautiful, big, nice house in this upscale, nice, neighborhood, and timing was not on my side because of the process that you have to go through with Section 8. And he knew he didn't have to go through that process. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It would be less stressful for him to just get the money from somebody who could just afford to pay it right out of pocket. And at that time, I put myself in a position to not be able to pay that without Section 8. You see where I'm saying? Do you see where I'm going? Because I was relying on that at that point. You know what I'm saying? Even though I didn't want to be on it, I was like, I know I could do this without this. I relied on it, so I planned for it, and it got me effed in the long run. After that, I was in a position where I had to move. I had already told my landlord I was moving, and he was showing the place to other people and stuff like that, so I had to go. It was already, like, done. I had already transferred my voucher to another city. I was like, I gotta move. So I found another place, and I found something that I did not want, just so we would not be homeless, and found us a place. And I said, this is the last year I'm on it, period. Last year, I'm planning, and I'm going to get off this shit, because I never needed it in the beginning, and I thought it was going to do something for me that it didn't do. So I'm done. So there's my pep talk for y'all. You don't need it. You could do it. You could do better without it. You could do better without it. I would have never been able to get this. I would have never been able to get this on Section 8. Not in my city. Okay, not with the voucher amounts that they're giving out there. And and honestly, it's less stress to not have to worry about, walk through, you know what I mean? It's less stress. It's already stressful being a renter. I'm already on my kids' asses. Like, don't mess up anything. I'm trying to get my security deposit back when I move. Okay, and that on top of having the Section 8 on top of you, like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? It's like, nah, I'm good. Those are the two biggest things that I get all the time. Section 8, this house is not Section 8. I pay money for this house every month. I'm not trying to brag about it, because people do this every day, all the time. I'm just trying to motivate people, because I know what it feels like to be in a place you don't want to be in. I know what it feels like to have to turn over all of your information plus your firstborn child just to get into a place, or just, you know what I mean? Because I know how it feels to beg and to plead with people, like, please, I'm a good owner. I'm a good renter. I'm pleading, having to beg, because people have this big bad stigma on Section 8. Now people tear up their houses and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I understand. I get it. Okay. So I'm here to tell you, sis, you can do better without it. And one day you're going to do this. So just plan now. Plan now. The time is now. Not next month, not next year. Don't be like me. Get off of it ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Well, I did. I was only on it for 2 years. But still, to me, it's 2 years too long. Sis, you can do it. Okay. Anyway, and then the TANF 2.
With moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's, your plans can change in minutes. Your head...
It's not worth it. Don't even try it. You get more money out here hustling every day, out here doing odd jobs, out here getting your child support. You get more money doing other things than giving your information over to the government and letting them tell you how much you are worth. You're worth so much more. Okay. Moving on to food stamps. This is the good one. This is what people really love to say. Okay. Food stamps was the hardest for me to give up. Section 8, I was like, boom, you can have it. TANF was like, boom, you can have it. Okay. Food stamps was like, I don't know if I want to let you go yet. Because it's hard to let it. It's hard to pay for food if you can qualify for food stamps, for somebody else to pay for it, for the government to pay for it. That's the mind frame that people have. Like, if I can get the help, I need it, because it's hard enough to pay for food, for rent and life, and then having to pay for food. Sometimes you can't afford it all, and I get it. And I've been there, done that. And honestly, food stamps was the only thing that I really probably would have held on to a little bit longer, but kind of didn't have a choice but to kind of let that go, because they put me into like this impossible situation. And it all has to do with income guidelines and income qualification. Food stamps is another one of those things that people think that you just get $3,000 a month. People will just see me with 8 kids and they're just like, you probably getting about $5,500 a month in food stamps, girl. Y'all know you got them food stamps, girl. That's how you buying all that food, all the good name brands, because I'm over here eating oodles and noodles every night. And it's just like, well, sis, calm down, because let me tell you how food stamp works. It's a crash course. You get a certain amount, just like all the other programs, based off of your income, based off of your household size. But if you get child support, boom, they're knocking you for that. If you get work income, boom, they're knocking you for that. If you get TANF, boom, they're knocking you for that. And anything else that you get, you have to report as well. Okay? Now, if you slip up and you don't report something, or you didn't report it before they find out about it, it's a problem. Been there. It's a problem. Okay? So anyway, basically, long story short, food stamps is not where it's at. I understand, I used it for what I needed to use it for, and kind of got put in a position where I needed to give it up sooner than I probably would have. But that has to do with my income. And when my income amount went up, I was still able to qualify for food stamps, but I decided to just go ahead and let it go for multiple reasons. Number one, they wanted to take me back through the process all over again, and I wasn't about to do all that. They wanted bank statements. They wanted all my work information, everything. And I just was like, you know what? For $400 a month, which is not enough to feed the kids for a whole month anyway, it's not worth it. I'm not that hard up. I'm not right now. I don't need it. It'll always be there if in the future I ever fall on hard times. So that's one of those things where it's just like, do I really need the extra $400 a month? Or can I really just boss up and do this shit myself and say bye-bye to the last thing? You know what I mean? I have been trying to transition myself off of all of public assistance anyway for years. And so food stamps was that last thing that it was just, I was being complacent, just not like, oh, well, it's extra food money, and so I don't use food stamps any longer. The best part of all of this is I don't owe the government a GD thing. I don't owe them an explanation. They don't have to keep tabs on me, my kids, my child support, my what I'm doing, where I'm living, who's living here. I could have somebody move in and move out. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to keep track of appointments. I don't got to do redeterminations or recertifications and any of my bank information or keep track of any of my income for them. I could just do me. And that is so freeing. So I know this vlog is long, guys. I wanted to put it together because it's just freeing to be able to say I could do it without it. People are always pressed about like the size of my car, the size of my house, and you guys need to just calm down. I do what's best for the kids. I make moves. I can only make so many moves at once. I feel like people, it's like it's like either one way or the other. Either people were like expecting me to have a mansion and be making John and Kate plus 8 money and having, you know what I mean? And then other people are just like putting me down and making me, below less than. So it's like there's no middle ground here. It's like I feel like there's no middle ground, but there has to be, because I ain't on either one of those spectrums. I just wanted to come and say that to you guys. I have a lot of work to do. I'm not coming on here, and I want to reiterate, I'm not doing this video to try to brag or to try to boast, because it's been really difficult for me to get to this point, and it is difficult in this point. But the beauty of it is that I don't owe anybody anything. I don't owe the government anything. I don't owe anybody anything. I get to move. I get to make moves where I want to make moves. I get to just do me and better my life. And this is the way I feel like it's supposed to be. Food is a bill for every household. It's a bill for my household. It's no different. So I put money aside for my rent, money aside for my car note, my insurance, and everything else, and food is no different. Now, like I've said before in the past, if you guys haven't seen it or heard it, I pay about $1,000 a month for groceries. And honestly, in actuality, it's probably closer to like $1,400 a month. And that also depends on, are we eating out? Am I buying fast food? Like this month, I probably spend more than that because I've been buying a lot of fast food and we've been ordering in and stuff like that. I haven't been cooking as much. If I cook at home, often, I can get by with about $1,100 a month in groceries for my babies. And my babies eat a lot, and that's buying name brand stuff. I go to Sam's Club. You can invest in memberships, and yes, you can get brand names too. People have a problem that I buy brand name groceries. It's like, I happen to like Kellogg's cereal. I happen to like Yoplait yogurt. And I'm sorry if that's offensive to anybody, but you like what you like, okay? And if I want to pay for it, thank you for that like, Jim Bud. If I want to pay for it, that's my business. People just really be big mad. I just had to put that in there real quick, okay, y'all? Anyway, it's a bill. I put it aside, period. There is no, don't have it this month because then we'll starve to death. So I just have to make sure that I hustle my ass off and that I have it. Honestly, no matter what I do, food is taken care of. So I put myself in a position to where no matter what, I don't have to worry about food. And that's how you can do it too. I mean, it's like this. If you're getting $200 in food stamps, but you have to pay $800 a month for food, then girl, you don't need them food stamps. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. I'm done. He wants to be done with this vlog so bad, girl. I'm done. I'm done. You need some help? Okay, here I come. You are the real MVP. If you made it to the end of this vlog, be sure that if you haven't subscribed already, girl, what you waiting on? Subscribe, hit them thumbs up button. Make sure you have on your post notifications because you never know when I'm gonna drop some fire. Okay, all right. And I will see you guys next vlog. Bye. We got 9 minutes to roast these hoes. I try to save myself, y'all. Excuse me, I got my little ponytail going on. I ain't no fabulous, because I ain't on Section 8, bitch. These hoes really don't think that they would get slid in these YouTube streets. Mommy on the game. It's only one person that I'm not about to slide, though. It's some hoes that go on YouTube calling themselves the Mommy on the game. Mommy on the game. Bitch, I don't care how you pronounce it. This roasting session. First and foremost, you said hoes, and all these hoes is fat. You hoes is the ones that bought up the fucking water at Walmart and all the other fucking places. You obese bitches. Whew. Where should I begin, y'all? Because this shit, it's just too easy. These niggas thinking they're pulling up on a regular civilian. That's what motherfuckers thought. That's what state workers thought, hoes. They was pulling up on a regular civilian, bitch. Y'all, the mommy on the game. These hoes view sleeping. And we keep the eyes open in these YouTube streets. Anywho, so I'm gonna go ahead. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my tablet. These hoes like to post in the restroom, so I just thought that I'd pay them back the favor. I'm doing a video. These hoes thought I would sit up there. They love to post in the restroom, y'all. So I just thought that I'd pay them back the favor. You heard me in my NO dialect. You feel me? It's only one person I'm not about to slide on, because this person actually have her GED at the age of 29. That's why I'm like, hoes, get out my way. Like, seriously, you should be grateful that the fucking federal government and taxpayers and consumers pay your rent, bitch. That's what they should be glad for. But these hoes is not grateful. And as Chris Brown said, these hoes ain't loyal. That's what they want to be, y'all. They want to be famous. So we'll make these hoes infamous in these YouTube streets. What you gonna do? Be on 16 and pregnant, bitch? That's what we want to know. So one person I'm not about to slide, because this person, she got her GED at the age of 29. So we congratulate her for that. It's another person we ain't gonna sit up there and slide, because this bitch gonna be acting all saucy. You heard me. Let's get jazzy. Alright, y'all can't even see my shirt, but whatever, let's get jazzy. Maybe the only jazz we practice is doing the motherfucking sake of out in New Orleans, and these bitches is fucking with the right one who has been ordained. Do you feel me? Excuse me, white people and black men, get out the way real quick. Let's part these seas. Speaking about part the seas, let's speak strong mommy Chrissy. See, I wasn't gonna go hard on this obese bitch, because that bitch is fat. That bitch is fat. Be like, hey, can you just, all y'all gotta do is talk about our weight? No, bitch, we talk about them mukbangs. Like, bitch, if you already obese, fuck the coronavirus. Like Carter B said, fuck the coronavirus. Bitches, check your weight. These motherfuckers ain't checking their weight, because you know what? I'm surprised you ain't speaking stimulus check hoes on motherfucking the gastric bypass. That's what this shit ain't meant to be funny, because I am no comedian. I ain't no comedian, bitch. We research, bitch. That's what we do. Who are you? Ask Department of Defense. Hoes. These hoes. In my motherfucking Kaya boy. These hoes. Oh, well, don't get me to testifying in this motherfucker. See, this is what black men have to be aware of. Anyway, strong minded, you so strong, girl. You strong, but you can't even find a man and keep a man. How about that? How many of you hoes in these YouTube streets bought your own, say my name, bought your own ring? That's what we want to get to or whatever. Keep it 100, keep it real, keep it legit, you heard me. Or whatever. Excuse me, white people, politicians, and these so-called coons and black men in these YouTube streets. Girl, who is you talking to? The Momiana gang. The live was canceled. Why was the live canceled, hoes? Ain't nobody fucking with you hoes or whatever. But somebody put us on point to it. You need to check these hoes out and just dial up and talk. Just like Sansaray. These hoes just think they can use information that we sit up there and poop with guard and fake that. It make you hoes look desperate and stupid. And your asses is broke. And you don't have a man. And you can't keep your husbands. How about that? Ain't nobody no mistress in this motherfucker. Do you need Sergeant Thomas to come? I ain't no mistress in this motherfucker. Sansaray rats, bitch ass hoe. Bitch, I know my motherfucking worth. I know my worth. Men knew my worth. I could date in and outside of my motherfucking race. These hoes, bitches, I would say keep your day jobs, but post some hoe. What's your fucking day job, bitch? Besides Section 8. These hoes be posting spectacular pics. Post that fucking rent receipt. Post the fucking rent receipt. That's what real niggas want. Post the rent receipt so real niggas and taxpayers can see how their fucking money is being wasted. But speaking of wasted, see what they need to do with Section 8, downsize again. So these hoes gonna be living in those 2-story homes, paying $5 instead of $2,500 to $3,000 or $1,500 a month. How about that? How about that, you sad hoes? These hoes brag about having 9 kids. Thank the federal government and don't bite the fucking hands that feed you. These hoes and my fucking Kaya voice, bitch, don't get me to testify because none of you hoes won't smoke with Natasha and these motherfucking YouTube streets. But if you inspire to be 16 and pregnant, be single mothers, what kind of motherfuckers subscribe to this shit? So we just gonna make being single mothers, we gonna make that shit a cool thing. We're gonna say forget the patriarchy. We gonna make that shit a cool thing. Y'all hoes sad, bitch. Go and get y'all GEDs. See, that's what these... I'm gonna hit y'all with that motherfucking big data, you feel me? And the federal government, they already know what it's finna hit for, because we don't play no games. We don't play no games in reality, bitch, and we sure don't play no games on social media. Why the fuck you think we suspended from fucking Twitter, bitch? Hashtag Irish Canary. Huh? Hashtag motherfucking Emory Greatly, bitches. We the people are the fucking most powerful 3 words that you hoes will ever motherfucking hear. How about that? See, I told you I'm still trying to loosen up these things. I only got my nails done like 5 times listening to my cousin because we wanted to do a girl thing before this self-quarantine, bitch hoes. Look, we been self-quarantining from you fucking scandalous ass hoes, niggas. Black men being self-quarantining who got money, who have professions, been self-quarantining from you hoes. And that's how we get to this. Excuse me, white people, politicians, and fellow coons in these YouTube streets, bitch. We are unapologetically black. I don't give a fucking motherfuckers, bitch. Bitch, you ain't black enough. You ain't black enough. What exactly is being black enough? Having 9 kids and raising them alone without a father in the home? Bitch, don't get me to speaking that fucking poetic justice. To drag and roast these hoes, the Momiana gang in these YouTube streets, and I'm gonna exclude 2, y'all. I'm gonna exclude that my Jazzy. We're gonna exclude the other one who have her motherfucking GED at the age of fucking 29 because that's the least that she could do. So we're not gonna go all in on that. But if Strong Mommy Chrissy and that reality of me, bitch, what's your reality? Post your fucking rent, hoe. That's what we the people want you to post your rent, hoe. Be fucking gracious. Bitch, y'all come play that shit in Texas because Texas downsized on Section 8 a few fucking times to show you hoe. Bitch, get off your fucking ass and get it from the fucking mud. Like all people had to get it from the mud. In a fucking anxiety project, niggas. Get it from the mud, but you have these motherfuckers stealing our social security numbers and bitch, you fucking with state and federal fucking employees. What's up with it? Federal government, you better get these hoes. See, these hoes... One hoe probably live in Houston. We got fake data on that hoe. Now pull up, son. Now we're not gonna keep it professional. That's why I be like, excuse me, the Department of Defense and our federal partners, because we ain't playing no games, bitch. You better holler. You better kiss Nancy Pelosi feet, hoe, because in reality, nigga, we trying to let these white folks and these black men know, bitch, it goes down, nigga. You trying to take from our motherfucking, bitch, it goes down, nigga. This shit ain't no fucking game. This shit is not a game. Say my name, said, but these hoes can't post your mother.
This is Every Man 2K. I'm going to need for you to turn up your volume and put your screen on full view. You heard of the nursery rhyme about the old lady who lived in the shoe, right? Well, this is the nursery rhyme about the young baby mama who lived in the shoe. You want to hear it? Well, here it go. There was a baby mama who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread, then whipped them all soundly and put them to bed. She then smoked a blunt as though she had won and ate some shrimp mukbang like a devil spawn. The end. I would like to thank you for sharing your time with me today. Shout out to all the chat room members and listeners that may be listening in your car, at home watching this on television, working out, or just taking a break at work. Your time is greatly appreciated. I also welcome all visitors. I'm always in the chat room providing commentary on videos, so when you come in, subscribe, and then introduce yourself in the chat. This presentation is supported by a Cash App promotion. If you do not have Cash App, click on my referral link in the description box and comment section. Copy and paste the referral code after the Cash App download, and you and I will receive $5 after you start making transactions. If you already have Cash App, feel free to make a donation at $EBMN2K. That's $EBMN2K. If you have PayPal, you can send your donations to paypal.me/EBMNTWOK. That's paypal.me/EBMNTWOK. If you have Venmo, you can send your donations to @EBMN2K. That's @EBMN2K. Now we're about to go into chat session for those who are watching this live. If you are visiting and are new, you should come by to the chat and introduce yourself. If you're watching this in playback form, you can go ahead and exit the video now. Thanks.